karma always comes back to bite you. He told her that once. Now, she lay at the bottom of the stairs, silent. He first saw her on a cold, dull afternoon in March. The rain poured down in cats and dogs. She was standing outside a small motel near the station, by the side of the road. She was crying, but trying not to show it. She wore a thin coat. It was too light for the wind and the rain. Cars drove past her. No one stopped. But he did. Something deep inside him told him he had to. She said her name was Clara. She said she had to get away, to escape quickly. She would not look at him when she said it. He did not ask questions. He drove her to another hotel on the other side of the city and paid for a week. The next day, he brought her food. The day after that, flowers. Then he saw her smile for the first time. Suddenly, she began to cry. She told him about a dark man she had to escape. She told him about her cruel father and how she was alone in the world. He held her close. "You're safe now," he told her softly. "Don't worry about them. Karma will come back to bite them. It will get them all." She believed it. So did he. From that moment on, they were deeply in love. His family hated it, but he did not care. He had to be with her. More than anything in the world, he wanted her to feel safe. And soon she did. But Clara wanted more than safety. She wanted to feel alive. He couldn't blame her. She was young, hardly 22, and beautiful. It was her dream to start a rescue farm. She said she wanted to save animals the way he had saved her. How could he say no? He had money, so he bought a farm. Small dogs first, thin dogs, broken dogs, the kind that no one wanted. He paid for the land. He paid for fences. He paid for the first truck. She worked harder than anyone he had ever seen. She woke before the sun. She ran across fields with mud on her boots and hope in her eyes. But hope is expensive. Soon dogs were not enough. She wanted horses, then rare birds, parrots, then animals people would drive hours to see. Big cats, lions, tigers, cheetahs. People started visiting. Every evening, as the sun set, he went into his study and watched from the window. He poured a glass of Macallan Scotch whiskey over ice. He drank it and poured another. He then took a Havana cigar from its box. He sat in the leather chair and thought about how the farm was growing more and more popular. He could see opportunity. He knew the taste of money, and that excited him. But he could also see that she was growing. She no longer needed saving, and that frightened him. Things continued to get worse between them. The farm was no longer only a rescue. It was becoming a business. He found buyers across the country. The rich paid top dollar for rare animals, especially exotic ones. Tiger cubs, poisonous snakes, exotic birds. He bought a small plane to transport the animals to their new owners. Clara hated the idea. She said it was cruel. She said it was her farm, her project. "Farms cost money," he would reply calmly. But in his heart, he enjoyed reminding her who was in control. One day, as he was landing the plane, he saw a strange man standing very close to Clara, near the hangar. They were laughing. But then they stepped apart too quickly when they saw the plane. Another afternoon, while he was sitting in his study with his whiskey and a cigar, he saw the same man near the aircraft. He watched from his window and waited. When the man finally left, he walked slowly to the hangar. He climbed inside the plane. Nothing was unusual. He looked in the engine. At first, everything seemed okay. Then he looked closer. The fuel line had been loosened. Not cut, not broken, loosened. In the air, it would slowly empty. He would not reach the ground alive. He stood there for a long time. He wondered what this meant, what he should do. While he was fixing the engine, things started to become clear for him. He whispered to himself, "Karma my honey bunny, Karma. The next morning, he was supposed to fly. A delivery across the country. Clara watched him leave the house as usual. But he did not go far. He moved the plane to another part of the farm and hid behind the old storage barn. Then he quietly went back to the house and waited upstairs. Late in the afternoon, Clara came upstairs. She smiled when she saw him. "Oh, Big Bear," she said lightly. "Why aren't you gone? I thought you were flying today. You're going to be late." He stepped closer. "I know, honey bunny," he said. His face was serious. She frowned. The look in her eyes changed. Now she knew. He thought of the hangar, the loosened fuel line, the laughter near the plane, the man standing too close to her. "Karma," he whispered. Her eyes widened. "Karma?" she repeated. He placed his hand gently on her shoulder. "It always comes back to bite," he said. And then he pushed her shoulder. She fell down the long staircase. The sound was sharp. Then silence. She lay still at the bottom. He stood above her, very calm. He did not call anyone. He did not panic. Instead, he walked slowly into his study. He poured himself a glass of Macallan Scotch whiskey over ice. The cubes cracked gently in the glass. He drank it and poured himself a second glass. As always, he chose a Havana cigar from the box and cut it carefully. He sat down on his leather chair and stared out the window. The farm was quiet. The sun was beginning to set. Then he noticed something resting on the windowsill. It was an envelope with his name on it. The handwriting was hers. He sipped again on his whiskey, and he opened it. "My sweet Big Bear, please forgive me. I will always love you. You will always be the big bear who saved me. But, my love, you have made life so difficult. You have been cruel to the animals and to me. You once told me that karma always comes back to bite. You were right." He read the last line again, twice. What did it mean? What had she planned? His throat felt dry. He reached for the whiskey and took another sip. It tasted bitter, stronger than usual. He frowned. A strange coldness moved through his chest. His fingers tightened around the glass. The room seemed smaller. He saw his face in the mirror. His lips began to lose color and were slowly turning black. He looked towards the staircase, towards her body. He tried to smile, but couldn't. The glass slipped from his hand and shattered on the floor. The ice melted slowly beside him. Karma, my honey bunny,